from Augusta. You're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Tonight, Augusta commissioners may spend millions of dollars to fix the 5th Street Marina, but what about those businesses and neighbors who live there? We have new details about those plans. But first up this evening, we're working now to learn more about a large police presence right now near the public shopping center in North Augusta.
The situation is unfolding off of East Martintown Road near a subdivision on Old Plaza Place. News 12 has a crew heading there now, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. But first, taking a live look outside, a very cloudy afternoon, but the sun is trying to peek through.
And Riley says there's a change actually in the wind as we head into Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a windy Wednesday, guys, so it's got a little bit breezy at times today, but really picking up those winds for this forecast for you in just about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Riley. Augusta city leaders say it could take millions of dollars to fix some long-standing issues right here at the 5th Street Marina. The commotion started last week when operators here expressed their frustration about having the power and the water potentially shut off for those repairs.
Something that could force the boat to another dock. Craig Allison joins us from the newsroom after today's Augusta committee meeting. So, Craig, what's the ballpark for repairs?
Well, Interim Administrator Wrdw says it could be anywhere from $3 to $5 million to fix the electrical issues and replace the entire dock, while operator Francis Christian is only asking for help in replacing a small amount of the work. Dow says the entire space needs to be redone so it can last longer. According to Christian, he says in the past 3 years, there have been no city inspections of the space until yesterday. He has to submit a report to Parks and Rec every month, which Dow says staff has continuously responded to. Regardless, Central Services is now moving forward to scope out the work needed to be done. We caught up with both the interim administrator and the 5th Street Marina after today's meeting.
Well, I'd love to have the major renovation, but right now it's really not necessary. But if they do it in phases and do a portion of the dock in each phase, then other than inconvenienced, that would be the only problems.
But while Mr. Christian thinks that the repairs are minor in nature because they are safety related and involves water over electrical or electrical over water, in this particular case, we want to make certain that the facility is safe for all parties involved.
And tonight on News 12 at 11, we'll have the full conversation on where the future of the marina is headed.
Okay, big debate. Thanks for those updates, Craig. Also at commission tonight, the city is looking to reassess flooding damage in South Augusta from the storm that swept through back in June of last year. Here's some video of some of those damaged homes. 2 neighbors came forward today about how this has driven some people in the community to homelessness. And one of them said they might take legal action if they don't get help. A new partnership looks to cut down on youth crime rates by instilling core values in the lives of first-time offenders.
Educated, employed, and empowered. Those are the 3 words being used to describe this concept. Taylor Martin looks at the Richmond County's new Checks Over Stripes program.
Checks Over Stripes is just one step toward transforming Richmond County's criminal justice system.
It's unfortunate when you see a first-time offender not get the services that they need to prevent them from becoming a career criminal. Every career criminal started off as a first-time offender, and so that's our best opportunity to help them get on the right path.
Providing a path to lower recidivism rates of young people through employment, education, and career counseling services.
And they'll be sentenced under the First Offender Act, but they will not be felons. They'll be first offenders. Through that program, we are able to then set special conditions, one of which being that they get a job, which we provide the job for them, and then also they have to finish their education.
That's where a partnership with America's Remanufacturing, Goodwill, and Augusta Tech comes in. There's a 2-week assessment. Once they're in the program, the focus shifts to getting them educated and getting them a job.
So we're really there to provide what we call high school equivalency credential. Many of these individuals did not complete high school, and so we know that that's a gatekeeper for employment. So we really want to ensure that our GED opportunities are presented.
A step forward members of the community say is much needed.
There's so many young people that, for one reason or another, find themselves having a brush with the law. And I think this program is a great way to show them that there is hope.
They hope this will be the start of lowering crime and getting people back on their feet. This program is aimed at people between 17 and 25 who have not been convicted of a serious violent crime.
Speaking of crime, one suspect on the run tonight after an armed robbery in Burke County. Deputies say it happened at the Wrdw Country Store just before 2 in the morning. They say the suspect may be armed and dangerous. If you have any information about this crime, call the number there on your screen.
Some families are choosing between paying a bill or putting food on the table. The USDA says the price for food at home was 5% higher in 2023 than 2022, breaking the 20-year level for food price inflation at 2.5%. Closer to home, our Hallie Turner talked to Golden Harvest, who says they're seeing a growing need every passing month.
Every day, hundreds of people line up for a warm meal outside of the Master's Table Soup Kitchen.
Oh, the food insecurity right now is to me, it's very scary. We are seeing a high in hunger and feeding trays, and then on the opposite end, with our donations are very low.
As the lines grow longer, leaders say yearly totals of trays served are now becoming monthly totals.
Food prices for eggs and bread now is extremely. So now that you're going in the grocery store, a lot of more families are now choosing and picking what is mandatory and what is not.
In 2018, the soup kitchen served 6,000 trays in a 12-month period. Within the first month of 2024, LaDonna Dolman says they served more than 9,000 trays.
Beginning of this year, we started out with 9,053 trays that we did for the month of January.
But what they need the most, Dolman says, can't be found at the soup kitchen. It's in the community.
For 2024, my word is help. We need those donations. We need those volunteer times. We need to say, hey, right now when you can go inside the grocery store and you can buy the things that you need, but then there are things that you really need that you can't get that maybe we can be able to give you in those boxes.
A place that forever changes lives, just like Barbie Esquerdo's.
My mom was food insecure with myself and my brother, and when I had children, unfortunately, I sort of fell into the same thing. So when there's spaces like this where community members can come together and feel that camaraderie, I think it's something that definitely does help the morale of having to deal with being food insecure.
In Augusta, Hallie Turner on your side.
And if you would like to help, you can drop items off at the soup kitchen, donate money, or sign up to help serve. LaDonna says any of these things will help. And if you'd like more information, you can go to Wrdw.com.
Parents in Richmond County should know public meetings start next week on those plans to close and consolidate some schools. The first hearing will happen Monday the 4th. It starts at 6 p.m. over at A. Bryan Mary Elementary. This meeting will impact students at Garrett, Lake Forest Hills, and A. Bryan Mary, as well as Warren Road Elementary Schools. Tuesday's meeting happens at Spirit Creek Middle. It also starts at 6 in the evening. It impacts students at Diamond Lakes, Goshen, Gracewood, McBean, Hepzibah Elementary Schools, and also includes Pine Hill and Spirit Creek Middle. There are several other upcoming meetings to tell you about. To see how your child might be impacted, head to our website at Wrdw.com. Okay, time now for the watch and win word of the day, and today's word is stream. Insert that word, the keyword, into the News 1226 app for a chance to win a $70 gas card and be eligible to win the grand prize, a 70-inch television. Once again, today's keyword is stream. It's just our way of celebrating our 70th anniversary on the air with you.
Coming up in sports, local basketball teams are dancing into the Elite Eight of the Georgia State Tournament. Sports Director Dan Booth breaks down which local teams are left next.
And we are tracking a few showers on our radar network and looking at another opportunity for rain heading into tomorrow. Have an update on the full forecast just after the break.
Imagine you're stopped in traffic. Roadworks brought the highway to a halt. Imagine looking in the rearview mirror. The 18-wheeler behind you is driving too fast for conditions. But you're lucky to be alive. You imagine how much worse it could have been. Imagine knowing you can call all nines 24/7 and get the help you need. The team at George Sink Injury Lawyers has the experience to help you. We've helped thousands of people get the money they need. Call all nines now.
Rooms to Go anniversary sale has arrived. And this year is unlike anything you've seen before. 31 days of the hottest style, 31 days of incredible savings. It's how we're celebrating 33 years of Rooms to Go. Shop online or in-store, there's never been a better time to see what's possible. With sale prices like these, you can shop and save any way you like. Rooms to Go anniversary sale starts Thursday.
It's March 1.
For this leap year, but we are going to see a nice day with just some cool temps in the 50s and 40s. Once we get into the weekend, those temperatures start to warm back up again by potentially seeing a few showers both days.
On your sideline.
4 of our local
local Georgia girls high school basketball teams are still standing in the state playoffs, and they're all in action tonight in their respective state quarterfinals. In Class 3A, the five-time defending region champion Cross Creek Lady Razorbacks control their own destiny. They're coming off a game what head coach Kim Schlein told me was one of their best offensive performances of the season against Savannah Country Day in the second round. In that game, they dominated from the opening tip and never stopped applying pressure. They're back at the Creek tonight taking on Wesleyan with a shot to advance to the state Final Four. In Class 2A, the region champion Butler Lady Bulldogs have home court advantage in the third round in a row. Their offense has been scorching hot of late, especially from behind the three-point line. They're going to be looking to continue that impressive playoff run against a tough Murray County team right here in Augusta. The Josie Lady Eagles are still flying high, and they're as dangerous as ever. Even though they have to travel all the way up to Banks County, this team is not fazed by long road trips. In the second round, the Lady Eagles dropped Brantley County by 30, and I can guarantee you they have the same plans to do that very same thing to Banks this evening. The Swainsboro Lady Tigers are in action this evening as well, and I'll have the scores and the highlights from tonight's playoff action on News 12 at 11 o'clock.
And sticking with sports for a moment more, major progress on the way on this new athletic facility. This is new video from our Sky 12 drone today. You can see the football stadium, beautiful. It's almost complete there. And after that project's finished up, work is going to begin on a baseball stadium. Alyssa Lyons spoke with players and coaches who say these renovations are very much needed.
Aquinas Sports may not have home field advantage this spring season, but when they eventually return home this summer, they'll have a whole new look. A football stadium, multi-purpose facility, and a baseball field, all new.
Yeah, the field's not going to get messed up because of rain, or it'll just be nice to have something that we don't have to take as much care of. The grass, I mean, there are thorns in it, and patches of dirt everywhere, so this turf is going to be a huge improvement over just regular grass.
The turf is being filled with cool play technology. They got a taste of it last fall.
We've been playing on it at home, and when we're going to away games, we'll just be used to keep playing on turf, and so that'll really help us out throughout the season.
Cutting a round-the-clock job to half that.
It was nonstop. 7 days a week, all year, just trying to get it the best possible shape we could.
Baseball was home to more than a dugout.
Baseball field we also had to share with the soccer program, so it was always hard being able to practice baseball and soccer going on at the same time and didn't have to adjust if one of us had the game or not.
While it looks more rough than diamond, they'll be using Josie for the time being. Every home game is now away.
It was tough, but like I said, it really didn't have any other options because every other baseball field in the area is always, it's being used.
But every diamond isn't made without some pressure.
Those seniors that have really taken charge, and they have sacrificed not being able to play at home, but they understand the bigger sacrifice for Aquinas and what it means for the future of Aquinas athletics.
At Aquinas, Alyssa Lyons on your side.
Looks great down there. The project's expected to wrap up this June.
Looks really good. Congratulations to them.
A new nursing program looking to get new nurses into that field sooner than later. We'll explain how next on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
First alert,
the biggest check possible.
If you're just joining us, we're continuing to follow this breaking news out of North Augusta, giving you some live pictures from the scene of a large police presence and SWAT team presence. This is the apartment complex right behind the Publix shopping center off East Martintown Road.
At least 10 North Augusta public safety units have been spotted in that area, several unmarked units, and we still have pretty limited details about what is going on, but we do know the SWAT team is out there, and we will keep you posted. We have a crew on scene working to learn more. If something doesn't change soon, the nursing shortage in Georgia could get worse. The Bureau of Health Workers says the Peach State will need an additional 2,200 nurses by 2030.
As Cindy Hood shows us, there's a new program aimed at helping fix that problem.
From laying out supplies to being at our bedside.
So much of nursing is taking care of others.
We hardly think about nurses needing care too.
This is taking care of the LPNs, which are those others to me.
going for my LPN, it was always a dream to be an RN. So I was one of the ones that would continuously ask her about the bridge program.
Prior to this, they would either have to go back through a traditional program, which could be anywhere from 18 months to a whole nother 2 years.
This program Dr. Ebony Story created shades that time in half.
I had chosen to start the RN program 25 years ago, but life got in the way, so I was unable to.
And this program aims to help people like her and the hospitals here too. Doctors Hospital says they've increased their RN staff by 10% since 2022. Wellstar says they are also seeing improvements in their RN turnover rates.
They will be able to actually go into the hospitals and help out more at the bedside, and be able to help us shrink that nurse shortage right here in Augusta.
So they are trained local and kept local, helping local hospitals and people too.
And it can't happen soon enough. Once they do graduate, they say they're ready for that nursing exam.
So come December, they'll have their authorizations to take that test, bringing them one step closer to entering the workforce. We have more News 12 right after this break.
The First Alert team, named best in Georgia. Let's drive, baby!
And we are continuing to follow this breaking news out of North.
We've got Nick here live on the scene. Nick, I think you can hear us out there. Tell us what's the latest out there off of Martintown Road.
There's limited details. There are people throughout this apartment complex all circling, kind of seeing what's happening. I'm just going to go behind the camera and kind of zoom in and kind of point you guys to see where everything's happening. A lot of marked police cars, a few unmarked throughout the back as well. I'll kind of zoom in on where the SWAT van is. It's a little hidden in the back. We have heard people on a bullhorn or a loudspeaker just kind of make announcements to, we don't know who or what they are trying to, make contact with. But obviously, this is a very fluid situation out here. It's very active right now, and police officers just came, and we're looking to kind of get some questions answered. What's going on in this area at this time. So details are very limited at this time, but we're learning things as we come along as we're on scene right now.
And quickly, Nick, are they telling someone to come out? Or are they keeping neighbors from going in? What's the situation with that?
Yeah, so they just put caution tape through this area right here. When we first got on scene, there was no caution tape. So pretty much anyone in this area, we don't know if they live there, if they're allowed to stay, or what, but everyone that's been out has been behind the caution tape, kind of where we are. And you can kind of see that's pretty much right, probably 10, 15 feet.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.
Hey guys, I'm